Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Norristown Area High School for tonight's boys Suburban 1 League basketball between the Norristown Eagles and the Colonials from Plymouth Whitemarsh. My name is Neil Schaefer. I'm joined by Greg Fry. And Greg, we're going to have a great ball game here tonight.
This one's going to be a great one. This is the one that everybody's been talking about. Norristown moving into the new league, playing PW twice this year, and this is the first of two very competitive meetings.
Norristown's coming off a big win against top-ranked Hatboro Horsham. Over there at Hatboro Horsham, they won 82-62 off of great scoring by Marcus Green and Maurice Allen and Brad Weldon. And they come in here on a very high energy level to take on the Colonials from PW. Of course, PW having a great season last year. However, they're missing three key elements, and those key elements would be in the likes of John Salmons, who's now at Miami, Joe Green, and Gene Shipley, who's at a junior college out in San Jose. So PW has lost a couple of their key gunners, but they're not to be taken lightly. And I talked to Coach McGee before the game, and he said that he's not taking them lightly. They have to be at 100%. On that note, Joe Fabrizio, athletic director at Norristown right now, is giving a presentation to Coach Tom McGee on celebrating his 100th victory here at Norristown.
Present players for achieving his 100th win at Downingtown on December 8, 1998. Coach, congratulations.
Tom has not only coached here at Norristown, he was also a coach and a longtime coach and very successful coach at St. Pius X High School in Pottstown, where he won a state basketball title. So we congratulate Tom McGee on his 100th coaching victory here at Norristown. And as the starting lineups are being announced, we talked to Coach McGee before the game, and he said that he needs to pressure this team and keep them from getting inside. He wants to force them to shoot the outside shot. What kind of weapons do you see for Norristown, Greg?
Well, when you talk about the Norristown Eagles boys basketball team, you talk about the first person that comes to your mind is Marcus Green. He is touted as one of the best point guards in this state, and he's only a junior. He has gotten better every single year, and this year he is leading the Eagles to an undefeated record so far, and they are playing so well. Also, you got to look for people like Maurice Allen, who's done a great job over the past couple years for Norristown. And everybody else on the team, they really don't have a guy who's not a threat.
That's right. Maurice Allen poured in 18 points against Hatboro Horsham. Marcus Green had 14, but Brad Weldon was the big story. He had 20 points, and he shut down one of the Carroll brothers, Pat Carroll, to only 5 points throughout the entire game. Pat Carroll didn't score until very late in the third quarter. So it's a combination of people like Brad Weldon and Eric Wiggins and Maurice Allen, and everybody contributing to a very, very powerful Norristown squad. The starting lineups for Colonial have already been announced. Number 11, Dave McAvoy. Number 30, Darnell Brewer. Number 32, Nick Guess. Number 33, Bill Guess. And number 42, Quinn Goodwin. For Norristown, it'll be number 54, Lee Fowler. Number 41, Brad Weldon, who we said scored 20 against Hatboro Horsham. Number 31, Eric Wiggins, who was a three-point specialist early, but fouled out and only had 11 against Hatboro. 15, Maurice Allen, who had 18 and some key defense for the Eagles. And, of course, number 4, Marcus Green, who stands only 5'9", but might as well be 8 feet tall because he's very important to this team. We're going to have the national anthem, and we'll be right back with first half action.
Whose footsteps
one heck of a rendition of the national anthem. It gave both teams a little additional time to think about their job tonight as PW comes in to take on the Norristown Eagles. Turn it over now to you, Greg, for the play-by-play.
Well, thank you. This one's going to be a good one, folks. This is the one that we've been waiting for, the league home opener for Norristown, and playing a PW team that, like we said, is not the same caliber as they were last year, but anytime these two teams hook up, you know it's going to be a good one.
One thing I do fear is that we're hyping this game to be the game to end all games, and what happens if it's not? Are we gonna look like a bunch of sitting ducks? I don't think so. I think the capacity crowd here tonight, not quite a sellout, but I think it's a capacity crowd. I think they're going to be treated to some fine basketball on the court.
And this one also, we talked about Norristown PW being such a great matchup in the years before, but now it's a league matchup, and this is the one that Norristown wants to win. They want to get up, you know, 2 games in this league. And with teams like Hatboro Horsham and PW, it's good to jump out to an early lead and make sure that you can get through there. Marcus Green will control the opening tap from Norristown. Allen now slows up the offense. Tapped outside to Wiggins. Norristown very patient so far in this first 15 seconds. Inside to Fowler, back outside to Wiggins. Green penetration, looking for Weldon, just through his hands, PW ball.
Norristown very patient on offense for the first time. PW does just the opposite, gets it up across half court very quickly.
Dave McAvoy now, the point guard for PW. Marcus Green with tenacious defense. Inside to Guess. That's good. Bill Guess with his first 2 points of the night. 2-0 PW. Bill Guess, one of the returning starters for this PW team. Allen from the corner. No good. He hustles, but Billy Guess gets the rebound.
You talked about Guest returning for Plymouth Whitemarsh. All 5 players on the floor right now are returning from Norristown's team last year, and that bodes well for the Eagles.
Experience factor helping them this year. And Nick Guest gets the ball stripped from him. Green the other way, tries to feed Fowler. Ball's loose, there's a scramble. Quinn Goodwin comes up with the ball. Billy Guest now put up a jumper, no good. Maurice Allen with the rebound. Allen underneath for Wiggins. Good strong move. Eric Wiggins, 2 points, and the game's tied. Feed underneath the Goodwin. There's PW running the break. First 2 for Quinn Goodwin, 4-2 PW. Inside, Weldon. No-look pass, and that won't work.
Too long a pass there. Too many opportunities for PW to intercept it, and that's exactly what they did. Norristown coming out a little stale here, although it's only 4-2, 5:42 left in the first quarter.
And this is what Coach McGee worried about. He wanted his team to make sure that they were up for tonight's game. 3 is put up very short by Darnell Brewer. Rebound, Goodwin. 4 points for Quinn Goodwin. He grabbed the rebound there very easily.
Goodwin looks impressive early. He's got 4 points of those 6 Colonial points, and he looks like he really has a handle on that ball.
Wiggins will put it up for 2, just short. We're going to get a foul. It appears to be on Lee Fowler over the back. First foul of the night for both teams. Norristown now in a full court trap. PW breaking it very easily. McAvoy off glass, and it's good. Dave McAvoy, 2 points, and it's 8-2. Allen swings it to Green. Back to Maurice Allen. He drives and he loses the ball. Brewer will get it up to McAvoy. And that 2 is good. Dave McAvoy, 4 points, and Coach McGee needs a timeout. PW has come out and done what they wanted to do so far. 10-2 with 4:42 left in this first quarter.
Obviously, it's just what we talked about before the game. We thought that with a big victory over Hatboro Horsham, that the Eagles might come out flat, and they were coming out as flat as a board. It's 10-2. Only about 3.5 minutes have gone by, and already we're down by 8 points, and the PW fans are reacting to that. They were so impressive against Hatboro Horsham, despite Matt Carroll having 32 points and fouling out with some minute and 20 seconds or something left in the fourth quarter. They shut down everybody. They were dominating that game, and now look at this game. It's a total turnaround, 360 degrees, or I guess it's a 180. They turned 180, and now they're down by 8 points against PW. They just don't look like the same team.
Well, this Norristown team, like we said, undefeated this year. Playing so well. Coach McGee getting that 100th win against Downingtown this year. So a lot of good things already going for Norristown. They got to make sure they keep it going. You see Norristown up the court again. Wiggins, pump fake, feeds Fowler. Fowler inside. We're going to get a hold. Lee Fowler with a nice strong move. Fouls on number 32, Nick Guess.
Fowler on the line, shooting 2.
Norristown needs production out of Lee Fowler. He is the big center for them. Stands 6'7". And this is the first foul shot.
Fowler had 11 shots against Hatboro Horsham, but could have had more. I think he had a couple balls inside there where he could have gotten a handle on them and put it up for easy baskets, but he just couldn't get the handle on. However, he was up against some pretty good talent inside.
And he's short with both. 2 you need right there to get you back to 6, but unfortunately didn't fall for him. Gets back to McAvoy for 3, and it's good. Dave McAvoy, he's got 7 tonight. Quickly, an 11-point lead for PW. Swings it around to Allen. Back to Green. Green is fouled. Very close to being a walk right there, but he was fouled before.
The foul's going to be on number 30, Darnell Brewer. That's his first, a team foul number 2. And you're right, Greg, that was very close to being a traveling. I think Marcus's speed sometimes, he thinks that he can get away with maybe an extra step.
Wiggins puts up a jumper, and it'll go.
It's for 3, too.
Eric Wiggins behind the line. 3 for him. He's got all 5 for Norristown. PW once again breaking that full court press very easily. Green gets a hand on that ball. PW will maintain possession. McAvoy now. Feeds Nick Guess. Pull-up jumper. No good. Tough work by Darnell Brewer, but he just can't hold on to it. And here comes Marcus Green. Green, a nice crossover. In the lane, no good. Gets his own rebound. Kicks it out to Wiggins, but he'll be called for a walk. Good hustle there by Marcus Green to get to that ball. Unfortunately, kicking out to Wiggins, and Wiggins with the walk. .3:15 left in this first quarter. 13-5, PW. McAvoy guarded closely by Green, and that's a great play to tip it to Lee Fowler. Wiggins underneath for Weldon, or excuse me, Allen, and he is fouled as he goes up to the hole. Nice work right there by Eric Wiggins to find Maurice Allen underneath the basket.
That's right. Maurice Allen and Marcus Green, probably the best, one of the best backcourts in the state as far as speed and agility. The foul there was on number 33, Bill Guess. That's his first foul, and a team foul number 3.
First one is good. Two of 2 from the line for Maurice Allen. That's his first 2 of the night. Things slowed down a little bit for PW after that ferocious start. 3 minutes into the game. Put up a big lead on Norristown. Nick Guess for 3. No good, and Weldon grabs the rebound to Allen. With speed, he'll go underneath the basket, and it's good. Maurice Allen, a great move.
I think he just demonstrated his speed. He was 1 step behind the defender when he crossed half court, and he was 2 steps ahead of him when he went up for the shot. That's a testament to his speed.
Quinn Goodwin for 2. No good. Billy Guest battling for a rebound. It'll go off of him. Norristown ball.
I think another key for Norristown tonight is no second shots for PW. They're not. PW is getting up that first shot, but they're not getting the rebound. We've got Weldon, Wiggins, and Fowler all crashing the board, getting that rebound.
Wiggins in the corner. He'll spot up for 3, and it's good. Eric Wiggins. He's got 8 tonight. He's Norristown's leading scorer so far. And all of a sudden, 13-12. PW only up by 1 with 2 minutes left in this first quarter.
This is exactly what Eric Wiggins did against Hatboro. He got a lot of early points there. He got a lot of early points. He couldn't hold on to score many in the second half, but he was still a dominating force underneath the basket. 22nd timeout caught by Coach Jim D'Onofrio, and he'll discuss how he can maybe stretch this 1-point lead into more for the Colonials.
Well, a tough gym to come into for PW. Norristown, obviously so good at home and so good on the road. Coach D'Onofrio maybe wanting to slow things down a little bit. They were up 13-2 at one point. You look up at the scoreboard and it's 13-12, a 10-0 run from Norristown. We've seen in the paper so many times, and we've seen from their games, this is a team that, this Norristown team, everybody talks about their speed, and they are such a quick team. But there's also other elements to this team that really make them very good.
That's right, and that's the ability to come back from a deficit like they just did.
McAvoy trying to get away from Green, and Green's going to call for foul.
I thought that foul could have gone either way. It looked like McAvoy laid down his shoulder. And already, look at this, McAvoy and Green are already competing. We're only 1:49 left in the first quarter. I'm sure by the end there's going to be a little tiff somewhere. There's no love lost between these teams. Doesn't matter what sport we play. It's PW versus Norristown. It's always going to be a tough game.
Billy Guest puts it up. He is fired up. He gets it to fall, and he'll go to the line as he is fouled. Good strong move there from Billy Guest. Lee Fowler will get called for his second foul. So quickly, Norristown to the bench. Number 50, James Edmonds, in for Norristown.
Edmonds into the game.
Jim Edmonds is new to the basketball court. He was new to the football world, and he really dazzled Norristown football this past fall. Hopefully, Coach McGee's looking for him to do some damage here on the court as well.
Wiggins, a little miscommunication between Weldon and Allen. Norristown not looking real smooth so far in this first quarter. McAvoy finds Billy Guest for 3. It's no good. Guest was waiting for the ball for about 10 seconds. He was standing wide open. Allen on the fast break. Easy 2 from Maurice Allen. Here comes PW again. Nick Guest. Almost stripped by Marcus Green. We're going to get a foul called on him.
Now I think it's going to be on Brad Weldon. I think the referee chose Weldon. Green did come in and try to pick his pocket, though. And that pressure there can really start to wear on a team. You have Weldon going down chasing you, and then you have Marcus Green sneak right underneath you and try to pick your pocket.
Burward tries to feed the man underneath, and it won't go. 2-on-1 for Norristown to James Edmonds. Easy 2. James Edmonds with his first 2 of the night. And Norristown now playing very strong basketball, tied 16.
Jim Edmonds really sprouted up in the last couple of years. I remember him as a freshman. He was a scrawny little kid, but he's really come along as a student and as an athlete, as Nick Guest lays up another jump shot for the Colonials. Getting back to Jim Edmonds, he's really rounded out as a person, and it's a real pleasure to have him on the team this year.
And of course, he was a first-team all-league receiver for the Norristown football team. Wiggins now swings it back over to Allen. Norristown got to try and control the ball. Weldon for 3, and it's good. Brad Weldon for 3. There are so many threats for Norristown from deep.
You know, I've been broadcasting these games for the last 2 or 3 years now, and when those shots go up, my skin starts to crawl because I'm just not sure if it's going to go in, and everything it comes. Look at this, comes down nothing but net as Marcus Green does another one of his acrobatic moves, and we're going to have an intentional foul. I'm calming down.
And Marcus Green, a nice steal, and Dave McAvoy. They were talking about that competitive fire right there between those two.
They were pushing each other down here on the inbounds, and now McAvoy strikes first as he does what so many coaches hate to see, an intentional foul called. That'll be 2 shots for Marcus plus possession for Norristown. That's the way to turn a game around with 9 seconds left in the first quarter.
Green hits his first one. Coach McGee telling 2 of his players right there, remember, we still have 3 more quarters left. Don't let this thing get out of hand. You got to stay calm and you got to stay with your game.
That's right. We remember the game last year when PW came into this gym. There was not a seat to be found. It was wall-to-wall people. And of course, they had PW had a different team. They had a team that would go 30-3 overall last year. But this place was packed, and there's another one by Brad Weldon. You could feel the tension in the room. I feel a little bit of that tonight, but not as much.
McAvoy almost got it to go at the buzzer. So Norristown, after being down 13-2, a great comeback in this first quarter, they're now up 23-18. Good spurt there from Norristown, showing a little bit more life than they did in the first couple minutes. And Neil, what'd you see from that first quarter?
I'll tell you, I really thought it was going downhill quick for Norristown, but they really showed that they can come out. They scored 20 points in 4 minutes and 41 seconds to PW's 16, and that's quite a testimony to Coach McGee and his entire coaching staff, calming his players down during that timeout and getting the job done, saying, hey, listen, you just beat probably the #1 ranked team in the area. You got to come out and do the same thing against PW. That's exactly what they're doing. They're leading by 5 now.
Well, they earned that respect in that game against Hatboro Horsham. You know they want to keep it. This is a team that has waited for this moment, and Norristown, an absolutely great season last year, making it to the final 8 in the state. I want to see them get farther this year, and this is definitely the team that can do it.
That's right. Against Hatboro Horsham, Norristown was down by 1 point at the end of the first quarter, so this bodes well for the Eagles being up by 5.
Nick Guess handling the ball now. Green with a strip. It'll go out of bounds. PW ball. Nick Guess doing the point guard honors for PW. To Billy.
Oh.
Steal from Marcus Green. We're going to have a foul right there. Number 25, Mike Davis, new into the game. As he bumped Marcus Green on his way to the basket.
Let's go, Wig Diggity.
Foul on Davis, his first, team 50.
That was a real pleasure to watch that one. Marcus just picked the pocket. Just picked the pocket.
Wiggins for 3. In and out. Brad Weldon, strong rebound, kicks it out to Allen. Strong to the hole, and he'll be fouled as he's going. Maurice Allen, he's got that quick first step, and once he accelerates, you know he's going to get to the hole at some point.
That's absolutely correct, and he's dangerous enough that he has a sweet touch that he can kiss it off the glass and make a basket and go to the free throw line to make it a 3-point play. He's got a lot of weapons out there on the court.
So Allen to the line for Norristown.
Norristown girls weren't as lucky this afternoon as they dropped to the Colonials 52-46 over at Plymouth White Marsh. Talked to Coach Jackson before this game. He said it was disappointing because they were leading at halftime and leading in the third quarter, and they just let the game get away with it, get away from them.
Wish the Lady Eagles luck for the rest of the season. Nick Guess being pursued by Maurice Allen. Starting to get very physical out on the floor right now. Guess's shot will not go. Grabs his own rebound. Billy Guess now. In the lane, and it's good. Billy Guess. Good strong move right there. He's got 7 tonight. Kick out to Green for 3. Won't go. That one's going PW's way. So Nick Guess now handling the ball for PW.
Some displeasure here expressed by the PW fans. They're, of course, welcome to their opinion.
Wiggins now for 2, very short. Rebound Brad Weldon. Norristown slow things down. Green out to Allen. The pump fake. They're going to get called for traveling. So Norristown starting to get a little sloppy once again, 23-20.
Boys basketball team is going to participate in the Triangle Club tournament again this holiday season, and the girls will be over at Kennedy Kenrick for the Catholic Water Veterans Tournament. And we wish both teams the best of luck in both those. Come out and see some good high school basketball as Mark Davis gets a three-pointer there. Come out and see some good high school basketball. The girls will be at Kennedy Kenrick. The guys, I believe the tournament's going to be here this year. You'll get to see some great local talent over the holiday season.
And definitely support these local basketball teams. It's been such a great year so far for all teams. Wiggins, the pump fake. His shot won't go. So Norristown getting 2 or 3 good looks there. Just can't get one to fall. Davis for Guess. That one was short. Green now to Wiggins for 2. Eric Wiggins. Steal there.
Steal by Jim Edmonds. He's got the height, he's got the jump. We saw that on the football field. We're going to see it here on the court.
And Norristown getting that steal, maybe trying to get everything fired up a little bit. Throws that ball away. Norristown got to keep their heads in the game for 4 quarters tonight. Got to make sure this crowd does not get to them. Mike Davis for 3, and it's no good. James Edmonds, the rebound. Wiggins will push it to Allen. And he's going to get called for traveling. Maurice Allen not happy with the call.
I think he was looking for some explanation. The official gave the explanation. He gave the traveling call. You got to accept it. You got to move on. Norristown being outscored here 7-2 in the 5-2 here in the second quarter.
PW got to be happy with their performance so far. Made a few mistakes. Mike Davis stepped on the line.
He was a good distance away from the line, but he did cock that foot back going for that first step, and he stepped on the out-of-bounds line.
25-23 with 4:39 to go this first half. Allen over to Green. Swings it to Wiggins for 3. No good. Nick Yes pull it down for PW. Good hustle by Eric Wiggins to break that up, and here comes Norristown back down the court.
He got away with a foul there. Eric Wiggins did have him on the arm, and the people behind us are screaming. They were absolutely correct. But that's part of basketball. You're going to have calls that are missed.
And Billy Guess now, an easy 2 for him. He is by far PW's leading scorer with 9. Excuse me, not by far. Dave McAvoy's got 7, but Bill Guess now with 9. Underneath the Weldon, great feed from Marcus Green, and an easy 2 for Brad Weldon.
Weldon's got 7 points. He joins Maurice Allen with 6 and Eric Wiggins with 10. As we see our first substitute for Norristown, as I guess some of the Eagles are getting a little exhausted out there. They've been playing 7 or 8 and 9 minutes of heads-up basketball.
Cook for underneath the Guess, spin move, and it's good. Billy Guess leading this PW team in the second quarter. Marcus Green trying to go to the hole, no foul. Now here comes PW. Davis for 3, and it's good. Mike Davis.
He's got a pair of 3-pointers. We're going to have a timeout by Norristown. It's going to be a 20-second timeout. Tom McGee needs to settle the troops down. And speaking of settling the troops down, Mr. Excitement is going to check in the game. That's number 33, Milan Dean. I'm telling you, right now, he's a junior. Only stands 6'1", but he's got a lot of firepower.
If there were a 6-man award in this league, he may be the one to get it.
Yeah, he had 9 points against Hatboro Horsham, but he did much more than that. He really lit up the troops. Also checking into the game is another junior, number 11, Danny Evans. He's getting some valuable varsity experience.
So Norristown trying to get a little sparkle at the bench and get some guys some rest. Eric Wiggins will sit down. He's played a great first half so far.
PW doing the same thing, getting some new guys in there. I know Cooper was already in there, but some of their starters are on the bench. Some replacements are in, and that's what D'Onofrio has to do. Has to rest them up.
Dean can't get it to go. Pass back out to Green. Green will swing it to Weldon for 3. No good. Norristown not shooting real well right now. Weldon hits it off of Brewer. Smart play there by Brad Weldon. Marcus Green. Inside for Weldon. He's double teamed. Ball kicks out to Milan Dean. Green feeds Dean. Tap no good. PW down with the rebound. Danny Evans gambled and lost.
Foul's going to be on Milan Dean. Tap foul there, trying to stop Billy Guest from taking his 12th and 13th points.
So Billy Guest will go to the line.
Foul Dean, his first team.
This appears that this is going to be a game that's going to go back and forth for a long time. One team may come out and make a run, but the other team always seems to come back and counter that run.
Yeah, that's exactly what it looks like it's going to be, and I wouldn't be surprised. I'm not surprised at all. There are two teams here that hate to lose to each other, and they're going to do everything in their power to keep this game close and to keep on scoring.
Green now swinging for Evans. He has a tough time handling. Back over to Evans for 3, and it's good. Danny Evans with his first 3. Norristown getting production off of the bench. Junior Danny Evans comes in, knocks down a 3.
Danny Evans worked his way up through the program. He started out with 9th grade basketball and spent 10th grade as a starter for the JV, and now he's finally made it up to the big time. He's up on the varsity squad, and it's really good to see him. Danny Evans, a fine student as well. A really nice kid in the classroom, and a pleasure to have whenever you walk into the classroom.
Dave McAvoy back into the game as Nick Guest takes his first rest of the night. Swings it over to Darnell Brewer. Over to Guest. He's got a wide open jumper and it's good. Billy Guest. Weldon's going to get called for a walk. So PW up by 3 with 1:29 left in this first half.
I guess the reason I'm here, Greg, is to notice these small little things that are going on with Norristown. And one of the small things I see is Brad Weldon. He got real upset there that he traveled, but he just blew it off. He just got his cool back. And walked his way back up court and just said, that's good, let's go on to the next play. That's what I think Norristown has to do. They have to control their anger. Sometimes they get a little too upset. As Milan Dean takes a shot that goes awry.
James Edmonds went sky high to try and get that one. He just couldn't pull it down. Mike Davis for 2. No good. Brad Weldon the rebound.
Too many times in the past, Norristown has letting their anger get away from them, and it's worked against them. This time, I think Norristown has learned to control some of that anger and funnel it back into their offensive and defensive production.
Maurice Allen will check back into the game for Milan Dean.
And Brad Weldon will sit down as well as Eric Wiggins comes back in.
Eric Wiggins and Brad Weldon are two guys that, when you look at them and all the things that they can do, they're both about an inch away from each other, and they can both shoot the 3, they can both rebound, they can both do it all there at the 3 and 4 spots for Norristown.
Plus they got some body to them too. They're not skinny, gangly guys. They've got some meat on them that they can get in there and rough up the boards as well.
And Billy Guest will hold for the last shot for PW. Guest feeds Kupfer. Tried to feed underneath for Davis, couldn't get it. Brewer to McAvoy. His shot is blocked as he goes up. And Guest will get it to go. Billy Guest for 2. Norristown will push.
They can still get a shot here.
Allen
probably should have got the foul as well, over the back or something like that, but that's not to be, as Norristown goes into the locker room down by 5, 35-30 at halftime. Quick unofficial scoring. It looks like Guess has the lead so far for all players. He has 16 points for the Colonials. He's followed close, or not so closely, by Dave McAvoy with 7. And for Norristown, Eric Wiggins leads the way with 10. So far, Greg, it's pretty much what we expected. It's a dog-eat-dog world out there, and both these teams are going to push each other. What we don't see is we don't see the fire in the eyes of the Eagle players.
Well, hopefully that's something that Coach McGee can get out of them in the locker room. And I'm sure he's going to remind them that, hey, you know what, you guys, you set the standard now. You know that you're the team that has to be beat. And this is the game that you have to win. And then things will hopefully get a lot easier after this. But this is the one that you got to go out and win.
That's right. The game on Tuesday was a benchmark for all other games to be set by. We'll be back right after this with the second half of the Colonials from PW and the Eagles of Norristown.
Welcome back to Norristown Area High School. The score at halftime, 35-30. PW taking a 5-point lead. A little bit of a surprise tonight. Run down the scoring for you tonight. Marcus Green with 1 point, Danny Evans with 3, Maurice Allen with 6, Eric Wiggins leading the team with 10, Brad Weldon with 8, and James Edmonds with 2. For PW, Dave McAvoy with 7, Mike Davis has got 6, Nick Guess with 2, Bill Guess leading the Colonials with 16, and Quinn Goodwin with 4 points. This is going to be a pretty good second half. 5-point lead for PW.
076-654.
Unfortunately for us tonight, no winner at the press table.
50-50 eludes me again, but Norristown hoping to come out a little fresher than they did in the first half.
The starters out for Norristown. Norristown known as a third quarter team. Wiggins can't get that one to fall. Nick Guess now will pull it back. Looking for his brother Bill and just couldn't get him right there. Good feed right there from Nick Guess, but Bill couldn't hold on to it. Norristown ball. And I think if you retired after you won the 50-50, you'd still be here for about 35 more years. It must just be the luck of the press table.
That's true. I think I'm just spending my money now.
McAvoy now for PW. This PW team knows that they need to shut down Norristown in this third quarter. Maybe even expand on their lead of 5. Maurice Allen with the steal. He'll go coast to coast. Maurice Allen, first 2 points of the half. He's got 8. Now 35-32. Swings it over to Guess, looking inside. Can't get it. Wiggins tries to break through there. We got foul number 30, Darnell Brewer.
Brewer being charged with his second foul there. It's the first team foul for PW in the second half.
And Marcus Green setting up the play. Wiggins. Norristown with those long passes, trying to spread out the PW team, but it's not worked as well as they want it to work tonight. Green for 3, won't go. Weldon can't get to it. Kupfer now to McAvoy. Underneath looking for Kupfer, and he just couldn't get to that one. A couple of turnovers for PW start off this third quarter.
Coach McGee talked about a pressure zone defense. Now it looks like they're going to try to trap the ball before it gets across half court and then try to isolate some of the offensive players for Plymouth Whitemarsh.
Fowler with the sweet turnaround. 2 points for Lee Fowler tonight. Nice move there.
Pulls Norristown within 1 point, 35-34. They scored the first 4 points of this half.
McAvoy feeds Guess. And it's good. McAvoy took a hard fall, but he will come right back. Green now feeds Allen. Wiggins will swing it over for Weldon. Wiggins will put it up for 2, and it's good. Eric Wiggins continuing his Very good shooting night.
A dozen points there, Greg, on my record.
He's leading the Eagles. McAvoy for 3, in and out. Fowler did a nice job to tip that. Wiggins will find Allen up court. Good strong move, and it won't go. Dave McAvoy will get a foul called against him.
Tough foul for McAvoy. He really gave it all he got to get underneath Maurice Allen there, and Maurice was able to skip around him and get a foul called on him. It's McAvoy's second foul for Colonial or PW in the second half.
So now Maurice Allen trying to give Norristown its first lead this half. First one's up and good. We have a tie ball game right now, 37-37. It doesn't get any better than this right now.
As number 42, Quinn Goodwin, checks back into the game for the Colonials.
We've seen Quinn Goodwin do a couple of nice things for PW in the first half. Allen 1 of 2, but he grabs his own rebound. For Wiggins in the corner, he gets nothing out of it. That ball will go off. Darnell Brewer.
A lot of people it could have gone off of. It skipped right off Brewer's chest. Belonged to the Eagles. They have another shot here to get a little lead.
Allen, quick swing to Green. Green puts up a floater, and it's good. So now Norristown, Marcus Green gets his 3rd point of the night. We're going to get a walk right in front of us on Quinn Goodwin. And now Mr. Mo might be swinging a little bit.
That's right. The momentum is coming back to the blue and white. Although the team in red doesn't give up that quickly.
Allen can't get it to go. Great tap out by Weldon underneath for Fowler, and he is fouled. What a great play right there.
That was an awesome play. Brad Weldon had the peace of mind to know he couldn't go up and get the rebound, so what better? Let's tap it out to one of my guards. And he did exactly that, and Maurice Allen got it into Lee Fowler, and Fowler was fouled.
Call that senior leadership right there. Most guys would go for the rebound and say, okay, look, I'm looking to put this back up. Brad Weldon, an awareness of where he was and where he's got to go. And he taps it right back out and gets Lee Fowler to the line.
That's a 3rd free throw, though, that Fowler's missed tonight. I think he's only been to the foul line 1 other time. He needs to work on those free throws.
Fowler 1 of 2. Now Norristown up by 3, 40-37.
McAvoy harassed by Maurice Allen.
Guess for 3, in and out. Seems to be the story of the 3rd quarter for PW. Brewer going after the ball. That foul going to be charged on number 41, Brad Weldon.
Loose ball foul there called against Weldon. He doesn't believe it, but it was there. And it's a shame because he could have had that rebound right off the glass. Andrew Swanson checks in the game for Plymouth Whitemarsh. That's number 52. He'll touch the ball first.
That's a pretty big guy underneath the basket for PW there, Swanson.
That's right. He stands 6'3", he's a junior, and getting some action here against the Eagles. Give him experience for next year.
Ball off Eric Wiggins as PW having trouble inbounding right now. Looking for McAvoy and Marcus Green. Feeds to Maurice Allen. He's bringing down the house. Maurice Allen, 2 points right there. And you know that's what Marcus Green was looking for. Quinn Goodwin now for 3, and it's good. PW with the answer back. And here we go, folks.
This is Suburban 1 League basketball between PW and Norristown.
Wiggins for 3. This is incredible. This last minute has been complete action. Steal by Allen. He can't hold on to the ball. Here comes PW back the other way.
Start handing out the Prozac because everyone's real excited.
What a block by Fowler. Maurice Allen once again. Maurice Allen, another dunk. 7-point lead for Norristown. We have a timeout called by PW, and this house is rocking. The Norristown fans loving the performance their team is putting up right now, and Coach McGee's got to be happy with it.
Hey, they're not the only one that's rocking, Greg. You're getting pretty excited here behind the microphone with good reason. 2 amazing Michael Jordan-esque jams for Maurice Allen. I'll tell you, he's only 6 feet tall. We know the basket's 10 feet. That means he's getting up there big time, all right? And the fans know it, and the fans love it. Sandwiched in between that, an Eric Wiggins three-pointer, and just that quickly, it's 47-40 Norristown. What a turnaround.
We went one way, PW putting some points up on the board. Norristown comes back with that Allen dunk. Quinn Goodwin comes back, knocks down a three, and Eric Wiggins says, anything you can do, I can do better. A three from the top of the key.
And then Maurice says, hey, you thought that first one was good, here's another one right in your face. And I told Lee Fowler, and I told some other basketball players, if you're going up for that dunk, you better make it. You better make it, or the whole crowd's going to be on you, and I'll be on you too.
And you know the worst person's going to be the coach.
That's right. I know Coach McGee does not like that. We have a little problem here with check-in the subs. Number 20, Chris McCabe wanted to come in for the Colonials, but he didn't properly check in, so McAvoy has to stay on the court.
Swanson with the ball. He's looking for McAvoy. Now PW quickly down by 7, and a steal by Maurice Allen. Here comes Norristown once again. Allen feeds Wiggins, 2 points. Eric Wiggins trailing the play. Great vision there by the 2 guards, Green and Allen, and a 9-point lead. And this thing starting to go Norristown's way very quickly.
That's the kind of play that's going to get Norristown far in the district and state playoffs, is that unselfish attitude by all of these players.
Wiggins looking for Allen, and it falls. Maurice Allen, 2 and a foul. What a move right there. A great, strong play. And he is that exciting shooting guard for Norristown.
Brad Weldon waited to the very last second to turn it over to Maurice Allen. And Maurice Allen lights up the scoreboard in this crowd with an awesome move. That's what I was talking about. Brad Weldon comes down, he's got 3-on-2, and he decides where he's going to dish it off. The previous play, Maurice Allen did the exact same thing. They're taking their time, they're checking out all their prospects and giving it to the right man.
Swanson with his first foul, and Allen completes a 3-point play. Great night for Maurice Allen tonight. This third quarter, he has come out, he has sparked the Norristown Eagles. Almost a steal for Green. McAvoy for 3, and PW answers back. Dave McAvoy trying to get PW back into this game. We're going to get a foul on PW as Maurice Allen was going strong to the hole.
Norristown has scored 17 points to PW's 13, and they've turned up the volume. They've really turned up the volume, but PW is not going to pull the plug yet. They're going to keep in this game. They're a bunch of fighters. They're only down by 9.
Lee Fowler is stripped right there by Brewer. Feeds McAvoy. Back out to Guess.
That's a frustration foul there. Lee Fowler got tripped up down at the other end, and he comes back and he fouls Darnell Brewer. And he's got to be careful. He doesn't want to talk. It's not his place to talk to the referee. He's going to have to just sit down, cool off, as Jim Edmonds comes in for the Eagles.
So Lee Fowler with 3 fouls. James Edmonds, we saw, did a great job in that first half, filling in at that center position. Green now all over the back of Brewer and the fans screaming over here.
That was a foul.
Guess for 3. Nick Guess. Folks, if you thought this game was over, it is not. Weldon for 3. That shot is short. Great hustle by James Edmonds to get that rebound. Weldon using all 3 steps, and he gets 2 right there. Billy Guess coming the other way, and he is fouled on the break, so Billy Guess will go to the line.
Don't go to the refrigerator. Don't put that remote control down, because this game is far from being over. It's 54-46. PW turns up the volume on their end, and they're climbing back in this game.
So 2:17 left in this third quarter. Billy Guess trying to cut the lead down for PW. The first one won't fall for him. One of 2 for him. A 7-point lead right now.
Pretty good sized crowd here tonight, Greg. We have the stands right across from us behind the PW bench are jam-packed.
Edmonds for 2.
The stands behind Norristown's bench could use a couple more, but behind us we got a decent crowd behind our table, and the PW side is also packed. Not too far down the road, right down Germantown Pike, sits Plymouth Whitemarsh. get a hold by Marcus Green.
And hey, great food and great basketball as that concession stand doing a lot of business tonight.
That's right. It's the bird cage, and it's put on by the N Club and the Girls Athletic Booster Club. We also want to thank our great production staff tonight, Mr. Tony Coya, Director of Communications here at Norristown, as well as Sam Galbraith, and our cameramen. I know Garrett Hickman was up there before. I'm not sure who else is up there. You're going to have to check for me there, Greg.
It's tough to see up there with all the fans. Wiggins for three. Won't go. Touch pass to Guess. Feeds underneath to Nick Guess. Up and good, and a foul. PW answers right back. Nick Guess, a nice strong move, and he'll go to the line to complete a three-point play.
Foul on Edmonds, his second, team fifth.
We've got to mention our referees tonight at the beginning of the game as Guest completes the three-point play. Bill Hopton and Joe Anhalt doing a great job of keeping this game under control. Close to a minute remaining in this third quarter. Wiggins to Allen. Great movement off the ball from Norristown. Green, strong, tries to feed Edmonds. Edmonds just can't handle cleanly. Wiggins thought about the spin move. Underneath to Weldon. He goes up. We're going to get a jump ball. Possession arrow going to PW. They have a chance to get within 3 or 4 points here. It'd be big for them going into this fourth quarter.
56-50, Eagles in the lead as we have a substitution. That was number 20 sitting down, Chris McCabe, and I believe that's number 12. No, I'm sorry. I can't read my own numbers. It's 32. 25. Here's to give me 25 over here. That's Mike Davis back into the game.
A walk on PW, and Norristown will get the ball. PW coach is holding those signs up over there. The color, obviously the color defense, playing with the blue and the green. And
yeah, I think that was instituted by Coach Angelos last year and in previous years. They realized that the crowd noise, they can't be yelling out everything. So they're holding up signs. And I saw on Tuesday, the Hatboro Horsham coaches doing the exact same thing, holding up signs so that their team and their players can figure out what defense to run, what offense to run. Sometimes you can't hear over this crowd noise. Coach D'Onofrio can't get off the bench. We have the seatbelt policy here in the PIA where coach cannot get up off the bench and yell instructions to his player. He has to stay seated.
Davis now stripped by Green, looking for Allen, and a walk on Marcus Green.
He passed it to himself. Can't pass it to yourself. He passed it ahead so he could get the ball, and that's a travel.
That'd be fun if you could play that role. You could just throw it over somebody and run underneath.
That's right. They used to have that. I believe they used to. They had that in the NBA where Julius Erving used to do that a lot, and then they figured out, hey, that's no fair. That's a travel. So they took it away.
Green pushed it to Wiggins. Green for three at the buzzer, and it won't go. So Norristown came out a very strong third quarter for them. They are up 56-50, and 8 exciting minutes left to go.
That's right. And I'm sure that's exactly the word we want to use, exciting, because the Colonials have a lot to gain from this victory. Norristown has a lot to lose with a defeat. And they of course, knocked off Hatboro Horsham by 20 points in Hatboro's own gymnasium. And I'll tell you, I was there on Tuesday, and that gym was rocking. They were really hyped up, really excited coming off quite a successful season. Their program alone, which is about 50 or 60 pages, built Hatboro Horsham up to be one of the premier schools in Pennsylvania. And Coach Ostrowski has to be happy with his Hatter squad because they did play a good game, but Norristown was just a little too strong.
I was thinking about something, you know, at halftime. You look at this capacity crowd and you look at everybody screaming and yelling, and you know you have the support of the whole town. Could you imagine how it must feel to be out on that court and be one of those 10 people out there playing in front of such a crowd that is so excited and so into this game?
That's right. For that 1 minute in there, the place was just going nuts. Your blood must be pumping. Your heart must be going at 1,000 beats a minute. and it's a wonder that these guys can even stay under control to get a shot off. And Marcus Green is just one of those players that he has a coolness about him. He can get plays done and shots done under extreme pressure, as Eric Wiggins tips it back in for another 2 points. How many is that for Wiggins? I'm off the board here at 19, I believe.
I'd have to agree with you there, I think. A little bit of quick math, 19 points for Eric Wiggins. Underneath for Guess. Up and down for him. Jump ball.
It'll belong to Norristown. It didn't look like that jump ball. All right, we have officials behind us now, and they'll correct the officials. It will belong to Hatboro. I mean Plymouth Whitemarsh. I'm at the wrong game here. I'm still at Tuesday's game. Just give me a bump once in a while, Greg. Make sure I'm still awake.
Well, this has been an exciting week, and I can really tell how things just start to blend together because it's been exciting basketball all the time. Tap no good for PW, and here comes Norristown once again. Green, strong to the hole. Ooh. He tries to fade away.
Easily
and
a bump foul.
That's on McAvoy. That'll be his.
You're going to say fourth, I believe it is.
I think I blended two of my lines together and I couldn't tell.
It's going to be his third foul. Nonetheless, McAvoy and Green have been dueling it out all game. McAvoy stands 5'9", Marcus Green 5'9", so they're looking eye to eye on each other. And they're definitely both very quick. I think Marcus Green might have the advantage, and McAvoy is trying his best to keep up with him.
Green 2 of 2 from the line. Dave McAvoy is only a sophomore, so you'll see these guys go at it for another year, and that'll be a treat to watch.
10-point lead now for Norristown. Try to remain comfortable here for the last 7:07. But you can't be
inside.
Can't be too comfortable against the Colonials. They're a fighter.
When the blood's rushing, you never know what can happen. When you get pumped up, you may be able to score 20 points in 5 seconds. It's just that mentality that, you know, we're in this game and we're going to fight till the bitter end.
And plus with the presence of the three-pointer, it can swing so quickly. You can have a three-pointer here, a two-pointer with a foul, and everything just seems to blend together. And before you know it, the game is tied or you're behind.
Guess 2 of 2.
Timeout. Looks like it's going to be called by the Colonials from Plymouth Whitemarsh. And while we have this chance, we want to thank once again our production staff, Mr. Tony Coya, the Director of Communications here in the Norristown School District, and our cameraman up there. Greg, you want to identify who the cameraman is?
Well, I never saw him get up there, but it appears to be Carl Moore.
Now we got Sam Galbraith up there and the rest of the communications staff. We're looking over a capacity crowd here at Norristown Area High School.
Looks like we got Chris Brown and
I think that's
can't identify who that is.
Kenneth Williams is up there. It is Carl Moore. He does give us a wave from up there. And we want to thank them all because they do a heck of a job here. They got here bright and early, get a good seat for the camera, and they needed it because this side here at PW right behind us is packed with Colonial red and blue.
Well, it's never good when you're looking for your cue to start a half and all you see are just people standing up clapping and screaming the whole time. You're wondering if you're on or not.
That's right, and I think that was because the Colonials were leading by 5 points there as we started the second half. PW was up. Now they're a little bit down, but I'm sure not too far down as Plymouth Whitemarsh has some weapons out there on the court.
PW looking to press now. Weldon puts it up and it's no good. Maurice Allen, nice hustle, and he'll get the ball back. He's rewarded for his hustle. PW fans not happy once again, but the ball going to Norristown. Bounce pass over to Green. He'll do the smart thing. Green driving.
Ooh, late whistle. Late whistle is going to be called on Marcus Green for a push. Wasn't so much an offensive foul, it was a push. And that's going to be Green's fourth foul, and that's not what Coach McGee wanted as he sends Danny Evans in for the Eagles. Green goes to the bench. He's got 1 to spare. And it's going to be the 7th foul against Norristown. So it'll be a 1-on-1 for number 30, Darnell Brewer.
Blood starting to boil a little bit on the court right now. A couple of pats on the backside. A little bit of trash talking going on, but all in friendly competition. Brewer misses his foul shot. Maurice Allen now handling for Norristown, an 8-point lead with 6:30 left to go in this game.
That's sort of a troubling free throw there for Brewer. He was front end of 1-on-1. He missed it, but none of the Colonials were there to get the rebound because they were all standing back here underneath the basket for Norristown. I don't understand it.
Jump ball right there, and Norristown grab possession.
You're down by 8 points. You got to get another chance to put it up. Everybody was back, unless what they thought was Brewer's our biggest man out there, and we don't want Billy Guest to get any fouls, so we're going to keep everybody back. I'm not sure there. Coach D'Onofrio, I'm not questioning him though. Oh, another offensive foul called against Norristown. It was on Maurice Allen, or was it Brad Weldon? I can't tell. Nope, it was on Weldon. It's his 3rd foul.
Norristown got to be careful right here. PW within striking distance, definitely. A couple of 3-pointers, and they'll be very close to taking the lead in this game.
They don't want to shoot themselves in the foot, and that's exactly what they're doing right now. They're up by 8, but they're doing some bad fundamentals, and they're letting the Colonials get away with it.
Davis now. Good pressure on defense by Norristown. McAvoy setting up the play. Eric Wiggins now. Guess puts it up for 2. Nice shot right there by Nick Guess.
I was watching the little battle there with Maurice Allen and McAvoy. They were tied up there, and Maurice Allen was saying, hey, I can't get my arm out. And McAvoy was holding on to it. It was sort of like a boxing match there. They wouldn't let out a clutch.
Norristown slowing things down right now.
This does not bode well for PW. Don't slow the game down, because Norristown, or don't allow Norristown to slow it down. You got to keep them moving. They'll just waste the clock. They've got 5 minutes, and they got a 6-point lead.
Well, it's going to be boring if they do it, but it's definitely better for Norristown. Don't want to make any mistakes right now. Out to Allen. He'll feed Evans. Evans will put up a shot, and it's good. Danny Evans.
Off balance. Beautiful shot there by Danny Evans. You can tell he's been working on his touch and his agility, and that's exactly what happened there.
Give credit to Danny Evans. He's come into this game 2 times and sparked this Norristown team. Billy Guest, he's got an easy 2. A couple of players down for Norristown. Lee Fowler appears to be injured.
Got to get a player out. Lee Fowler is limping on the court, and they need to bring a player in because there was an official timeout. And McGee is wondering who it is now. He's arguing with the official to no avail. Jim Edmonds will be in the game for Norristown as Lee Fowler takes a seat. It also gave Tom McGee some time to give the referee a piece of his mind.
James Edmonds into the game for Norristown. Checking in for Lee Fowler. We hope he's okay on that far sideline. Athletic trainer Dennis Flynn doing a nice job there. Allen tries to put it up. A PW foul as Maurice Allen driving to the hole.
Well, I think the officials are doing a fine job here tonight. They're not taking anything from the fans. They're doing a good job, and Norristown's coming out on the positive end.
And it's a tough thing to do when you have a crowd this size. And every single one of them's got an opinion which they think is right. Allen makes the first one. Norristown lead back up to 7.
Some people putting on their coats and walking down the aisles. I think that's a big mistake. I think this game is far from being over.
Believe me, you pay the money for this ticket, you're going to stay the whole time, I think.
I think I would too. Got 4 minutes of quality basketball left.
Of course, we have the best seats in the house over here.
That's right. Before the game, some people were saying they want a seat saved here, they want a seat saved there. I said, I've got my front row ticket. I'm right in the action. Danny Evans sits back on the bench, gives Marcus Green a couple of minutes rest there and keeps him out of foul trouble. And Marcus gets his hands on the ball right off the bench.
Green to Wiggins, strong to the hole. Great move by Eric Wiggins. That's a nice job of making sure PW defender could not get to that ball. And all of a sudden, it's 10 points once again.
That's right. Norristown has to keep up the intensity, though. Get a steal here or a rebound and keep it right on. Keep the pressure right on.
Davis for three from the corner, and it's good. Mike Davis, that's all he's doing tonight, shooting threes. He's got 3 of them, 9 from him. And with that kind of threat on the floor, you're always going to be in the game. Weldon will swing it to Green. Very calm, very collected. Shot in the corner from Maurice Allen.
Man, he made that look so easy. There was no pressure on him whatsoever. 68-59, a 9-point lead. We are in a timeout called by Coach Jim D'Onofrio and the Colonials from Plymouth Whitemarsh as we wind down close to 3 minutes. Both teams, that's a 20-second timeout. Both teams need to get their final artillery loaded in the cannons because I know we're going to have a shootout down the stretch.
And at this point, with 3:06 left, Coach D'Onofrio has got to be telling his PW team, this is the time we have to strike. We can't wait any longer. We're down 9. It'd be nice if we could do it right here.
Yep, Quinn Goodwin's going to check in for the Colonials. He's number 42. Let's see if McGee brings out the same 5 he had on the court. They seem to be working as a unit. Maurice Allen and Marcus Green seem to be controlling that ball. Jim Edmonds and Brad Weldon crashing the boards. And Eric Wiggins there with a lot of support and a stray 2 or 3-pointer. Of course, Colonial coming out with their best lineup so far. It's going to be Quinn Goodwin, Darnell Brewer, Guess, and McAvoy. And a quick steal, just like I said. Here comes Maurice Allen.
Allen misses for 2, and that is not good for Norristown as PW coming the other way. Guess for 3, no good. Rebound, Billy Guess, strong one, and it's good. Bill Guess for 2 points.
That's a 4-point swing that really cost the Eagles. Maurice Allen needed to make that basket and keep PW on the defense.
So 7-point lead for Norristown, 2:30 left in this game. PW trying to fire up their team. Green misses the shot. Good strong rebound from Weldon. It won't go. Brewer rebound. Here comes PW. Nick Guest to Billy in the corner. He's trapped. Nick Guest puts that up for 2.
It's not over yet, Greg. They're only down by 5. Some people should be staying in their seats. Timeout, Norristown.
And the PW coach is very happy. Their team came out of the timeout fired up and knowing that they had to score some points and put them on the board.
They came out much better than Norristown did. And that quickly, PW is right back in the game, 68-63. And I'll tell you what, I'm going to look on your sheet here. Billy Guess has more numbers than he needs in your column right now.
I got him with 23 points tonight.
23, wow. Nick Guess isn't too bad either. He's got 14 by your tally, and Mike Davis is throwing in threes left and right. Dave McAvoy sticking in 7 to 12 points. Hey, I'll tell you what, PW is a good team. We need a lot. We need a strong showing from Maurice Allen and Marcus Green down the stretch, and we need Weldon and Wiggins to crash the boards.
I'm sure that's what Coach McGee's telling them right now. Don't rush any shots. Don't do anything stupid, and make sure if you do take a shot and it misses, get that rebound.
That's right, and watch those over-the-top fouls. I'm sure one of those is going to be called before the game's over, and some people are going to complain about that. We want to also thank our scorekeeper over there. That's Ted Avery, the PIA official. And there's Jim Edmonds. There's a big steal by Wiggins. Nope, big tap. Ted Avery is the scorekeeper with Dolores Jordan over there and Otis Ginyard doing the clock, and they all do a fine job, and they're all the people behind the scenes that make Norristown basketball such a success. Also our head trainer, Dennis Flynn, who is probably the premier trainer in the Suburban 1 League of all the conferences and all the divisions. He's the best I've seen. I've been around and I've been around the different schools, and he's by far the best trainer for both the visiting and home teams.
Maurice Allen with the steal. Eric Wiggins now puts it up. no good.
See, I would have pulled it back there. You had a 7-point lead. Just pull it back, waste some time. You give them a 3-point opportunity like that.
And Guess for 3, and there you go. The 5-point swing. Nick Guess gets PW within 4. Marcus Green now gets it back. We're getting a holding foul on PW. Marcus Green very lucky to get that ball back, and if he didn't, this game would be within 1 or 2 points.
Foul on Nick Guess, his 4th, team 8.
I really think they made a mistake there. I think Eric Wiggins should have had the peace of mind to pull it back. He didn't have a good handle on the ball, and he went up for a layup. He missed it, and he gave them an opportunity to score that 3-pointer, and that's exactly what they did. Should have pulled it back, wasted 20 or 30 seconds, probably got a good shot off anyway. And you'd be up by 2 more points. It would be 73-63 because they wouldn't have got that 3-pointer. But hey, that's the part of the basketball game that we cannot help, and Coach McGee cannot help. It's the players on the court that either do the damage or suffer the damage.
1 of 2 for Green. Guess now up the floor. He has been hot from 3-point land. Underneath the Goodwin. Won't go. Brewer, easy rebound, 2 points.
And it's a 3-point game. It's a 3-point game. This is not what Norristown wanted. They did not want to come down the stretch. Every basket is important. Every bounce is important of that basketball.
Green now puts it up. Just doesn't fall.
McAvoy called on the foul.
Foul on McAvoy, his 4th, team 9.
So now McAvoy has 4, Nick Guess has 4. It's foul trouble for the Colonials. For Norristown, Marcus Green has 4 fouls, so he has to be careful as well that he doesn't get called because he is the playmaker, although Maurice Allen is no slacker himself.
Well, and it bodes well for Norristown knowing that there's 2 guys on the floor now with 4 fouls, because if one of them fouls real late, with about 20 seconds left, you know that they have to come out of the game with 5 fouls.
Under a minute, and the fans are getting into it now. There's a 5-point lead for Norristown. As McAvoy takes a 5-pointer, might as well have been. That was 6 feet behind that 3-point line. Slow the ball down, Norristown, but Wiggins puts up a 3-pointer. It's good. That looks like that was it.
There's the turning point, folks. Eric Wiggins for 3. I know everybody in this place was holding their breath as he put up that shot.
Timeout Colonial, or the Plymouth White Marsh Colonials. Whoa. George Wadlin and Jim D'Onofrio's heads went straight down when Wiggins went up for the shot, and I'm sure the Norristown fans went straight up into the air as the ball went through the net, and the referees signaled 3-pointer. That really put the last nail in the coffin.
One question for you. What is Dave McAvoy thinking as he puts up that shot? He was standing behind his coaches when he shot that one.
I'm not really sure. That was like that would have been like an NBA 3-pointer. However, they're on strike. That's okay. That would have been more than an NBA 3-pointer. It was even a 4-pointer or a 5-pointer, and I don't really know what he was thinking. He didn't get off a quality shot. As I'm sure streaming by our camera right now, as most of the fans here, they're clearing out. They realize Norristown has edged the Colonials. They're leading right now by 8 points, but I'm not too sure this game is over. 8 points is 8 points. We have 33 seconds left. It's not like a rollover game here. A couple 3-pointers and the Colonials are right back in it.
Well, I'm glad I'm not leaving right now because there's a lot of traffic. It's like getting out of the vet right now. There's tons of people leaving.
That's right.
An official's timeout on the floor.
Edmonds is being instructed to give him 3 feet. Brewer to bring the ball in. He's having trouble finding someone. He gets it into the Guess and over to Guess, and an easy layup for Nick Guess. I guess they're going to have to foul now. Wiggins gets it across the half-court line. He's fouled by Billy Guess. Billy Guess, it's a real shame. He had a really good, productive night here for the Colonials. He was in double digits early. He's going to finish probably with 23, 25 points, and he had to do the dirty work there and foul Eric Wiggins.
Billy Guess, obviously the leader of this PW team. He has done such a great job. He provided some of that spark to get them fired up in the first half when it looked like they were going to come in. Maybe pull a little bit of an upset in this gym tonight. And Brad Weldon is going to the bench. He played a great game tonight. Juan Dean checks into the game.
Yeah, Weldon, he was easily in double digits. He had 10 points, but some key rebounds and some good defense. As Norristown now pulls up by 8 points, 78-70. We're under 20 seconds to go. Colonials from PD put in one last burst here as Guest goes baseline. He doesn't get the shot. Edmonds with a rebound. And that is going to do it for the Colonials from PW. They try to come in here and create some magic, but it's not to be, as the Norristown Eagles will keep their undefeated season going as they've knocked off two really tough teams in this week, Hatboro Horsham and Plymouth Whitemarsh.
Guest puts up a 3 at the buzzer, and it won't go. There we go, folks, 78-70. Norristown with a great performance tonight. Down at halftime, a good job of fighting back and making sure that they won this game, and it was a crucial one. And now they are undefeated in their league, and they're standing right up top is the presence, called the Norristown Eagles.
I think that's, you hit on it right there. Tom McGee touched on that right before the game, that not only is this a big rivalry between PW and Norristown, but it's also important because now we're both in the same division within the Suburban 1 League, and it accounts for our record as well. The halftime score was 35-30, so Norristown outscored the Colonials 43-40, just enough to edge the Eagles over PW, and as you said, they stay undefeated and atop that division in the Suburban 1 League. We had some really good efforts from a lot of different players. I think Eric Wiggins was the big key tonight. I'll have to talk to him in class. He had 26 unofficial points, and that's pretty good considering the Eagles had 78 total. Brad Weldon had a good 10 points. Maurice Allen dumped in a lot. He probably had almost 18 points you have there. And James Edmonds comes off the bench and has 8 points as well.
I have keys here at the table.
Of course, we cannot discount that PW had a heck of a game. They were coming in here. They were coming in here with a lot of fire, and they came out pretty well. Billy Guest had a great night, over 20 points. Nick Guest was right there with 14 points, and Mike Davis dumped in some three-pointers. Dave McAvoy played his guts out, committing 4 fouls but scoring 10 points and leading PW. So that's it for now. Greg, unless you have something else you want to say.
I just have to say that this was a great effort by Norristown. You know, it's tough to come off that great victory against the team, and you got to make sure that you come back tough and play against a team that has the experience to make sure that they can win games. And Norristown, nice job of staying undefeated tonight.
Thanks again to our production staff, Tony Coy, Director of Communications, Sam Galbraith, Garrett Hickman, Carl Moore, Carl Baker, and the entire NASD TV staff. This is Neil Schaefer for Greg Fry saying so long from Norristown Area High School, where the Eagles beat the Colonials 78-70.